Okay, good evening one and all. Now we are going to discuss about what? Okay, cell organelles. What is cell organelles? Cell organelles means inside the cell, parts of the cell. Whatever parts of the cell, whatever organelles is there inside the cell, whatever parts is there inside the cell, that is we can call cell organelles, like nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, we can call ER, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi bodies, which are folding structures. Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus, and cytoplasm, which is the liquid portion, cytoplasm, and mitochondria. Okay, so that mitochondria in plant cell, chloroplast, and lysosomes, which are not visible, very small in size, lysosomes. And these are the structures we are observed in typical animal cell. Typical animal cell. What is the meaning of typical animal cell? This is just a model. In all animal cells do not have that type of what cell organelles. Okay, why? Because I am drawn the diagram. Need to understand what is cell organelles. These cell organelles, whatever organs is there inside the cell, these cell organelles combined and form what? Especially for cell. Inside the cell organelles is there. Okay, already we learnt about outer covering layer of the cell, that is called plasma membrane or cell membrane or plasma lemma. After that one, nucleus. Also we learnt about nucleus. And now we are going to discuss about remaining parts of the cell. Whatever remaining parts is there, that is we are going to discuss. What are they? One is endoplasmic reticulum. So that I have right here, endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum is a sac-like structures which are located in cytoplasm. These are the foldings. These are network-like structures. Network-like structures, sac-like structures, which are located nearby nucleus in cytoplasm. These are two types of network-like structures, sac-like structures. Just like a network, it forms a network. Okay, network-like structure around the nucleus or in cytoplasm. These are located. These are two types. Endoplasmic reticulum, short form we are writing in ER. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. And second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, what is the difference between rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic? These are the bond-like structures which are located especially for nearby in cytoplasm, nearby nucleus. Especially for these bond-like structures, endoplasmic reticulum foldings and network-like structures. In these some are rough. The word rough. If you touch that one, they are rough. Why? Because these are rough. We are called rough endoplasm reticulum and smooth endoplasm reticulum. The difference is what? Smooth and rough endoplasm reticulum. On the surface of the rough endoplasm reticulum, ribosomes are located. So that there are rough endoplasm reticulum. There are very look like rough. Why? Because the rough ribosomes are attached to the endoplasm reticulum. So that it is called rough endoplasm reticulum. Smooth endoplasm reticulum do not have any ribosome, so that it is called smooth. This is called rough. Okay, why? Because the surface of the endoplasm reticulum, ribosomes are attached. So that, okay, what is the main functions of rough endoplasm reticulum and smooth endoplasm reticulum? Rough endoplasm reticulum is, rough means what? Especially for ribosomes are attached, so that they are useful for protein synthesis. Synthesis of proteins, biomolecules. And smooth endoplasm reticulum useful for, okay, useful for synthesis of lipids, fats, lipids. So that these are biomolecules, genesis of biogenesis molecules. These are useful for formation of proteins and lipids. That means synthesize proteins and lipids. Rough endoplasm reticulum synthesize proteins. Smooth endoplasm reticulum synthesize what? Lipids. Okay. That is endoplasm reticulum. Endoplasm reticulum is the sac-like structure which are a network. It is a forms in network in cytoplasm. In that there are two types: rough endoplasm reticulum, smooth endoplasm reticulum. Rough endoplasm reticulum, on the surface of the rough endoplasm reticulum, the ribosomes are attaching, so that there are rough. Okay, these are rough endoplasm reticulum, and some are smooth endoplasm. Rough endoplasm reticulum is useful for synthesis of proteins. Smooth endoplasm reticulum is useful for synthesis of lipids. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about another one. What is that one? Okay. Golgi body. Golgi endoplasm reticulum. Now second one is what? Second cell organelle is what? Especially, okay, these are what? Endoplasm reticulum, rough endoplasm reticulum, network-like structure, rough endoplasm reticulum, and smooth endoplasm reticulum. After that one, these sac-like structure, which are the foldings and sac-like structures, the foldings and sac-like structures, we are called Golgi bodies, or Golgi bodies, or Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus also. Apparatus, or we can call Golgi bodies also. Okay, why? Because the name given Golgi bodies, the Camillo Golgi, okay, the scientist name is what? Camillo Golgi. The first time he discovered, Camillo Golgi, he discovered these Golgi apparatus in a cell, so that that apparatus, that cell organelles given the name of what? Golgi apparatus. Okay, now what are the functions of Golgi apparatus? Especially for, these are the complex vesicles. Vesicles means sac-like structures. Complex vesicle and folded membrane. It is a membrane bond and folded membrane and complex vesicles, which are foldings, a lot of foldings. Folding, in that foldings, especially for folding membranes, okay, these are located in cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, these Golgi apparatus are located. And what is the advantage of Golgi apparatus? The main function of Golgi apparatus: modification and transport of proteins. Modification, first of all, these inside the vessels, proteins are storage. It stores the proteins and useful to transport the protein within the cells. When the cells require proteins, these Golgi apparatus, whatever folding sac-like structures, membrane bond structures, these are transport the proteins within the cell wherever it's required. Proteins are required. So that Golgi apparatus, main function of Golgi apparatus is what? Modification and transport of proteins within the cell. Try to remember: modification, transport of the protein within the cells, and lipids also. Okay. After that one, Golgi apparatus. And after Golgi apparatus, okay, one more important one, mitochondria. Very important particle, cell organelles we can call mitochondria. Inside the cell, we are observed, in some of the muscle cells, we are observed thousands of mitochondria. In muscle cells, the number of mitochondria are more compared with other cells. In mitochondria, 100 to 150 mitochondria approximately each and every cell is located. And these are the mitochondria are very small in size compared with nucleus. Nucleus is very small in size. We know very well about that. Compared with nucleus, mitochondria are very small in size. Okay, if you observe the structure of mitochondria, okay, we will observe the structure of mitochondria. This is what double membrane structure. This is called outer membrane, and okay, this is what mitochondria inside the cell. And especially for which cells we are observe mitochondria? Eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells we are observe mitochondria. The mitochondria, if you observe the mitochondria, these are double membrane structure. It is covered with two membranes. Okay, outer membrane and inner membrane. Inner membrane. This inner membrane foldings and forms what? Cristae. What we call these foldings? These foldings we can call cristae. And between the cristae space is there. Between the cristae, this space, that space we can call matrix. Between the cristae, whatever space is there, that space we can call matrix. In matrix, ATP synthase or oxysomes are located. Oxysomes, ATP particles. That means the ATP synthesis occurs. For example, this is a foldings. In foldings, these are what? Oxysomes. These oxysomes useful for synthesis of what? ATP. What is ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. That means in our body energy stores like ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, oxysomes or ATP synthase. In that ATP synthesis occurs. Okay, this is mitochondria. That means each and every cell, the number of mitochondria are more, and these mitochondria are useful for storage of energy. So that we can call powerhouses. Powerhouse. That means, okay, one interesting story about mitochondria. For example, in a village, we have to take in a village, how many houses? Okay, 100 houses is there. 100 houses is there. These 100 houses need current. Current means electricity. Okay, so that, okay, what they require? Transformer. This transformer store the electricity, and night time it is sending the energy to the village. Night time it is sending the energy to the village. So that electricity, current. That means this transformer is called powerhouse. It stores what? Electricity. Same in our cell also, mitochondria stores power, energy, ATP energy. When the cell requires that energy, it is transferred to the cell organelles. Okay, this is mitochondria, double bond structure. Okay, in the outer membrane, inner membrane folding and forms cristae. Between the cristae space is there. That space we can call matrix. In matrix, we are observed oxysomes or ATP synthase. ATP synthase are useful for synthesis of ATP. That means adenosine triphosphate. That means in our body energy stores like ATP. Energy currencies. ATP, what we call ATP? Energy currencies. Energy currency. Okay, that means it is gives us energy when we require. Okay, it stores energy in mitochondria. Okay, oxysomes are useful. Oxysomes or ATP synthesis are useful for synthesis of what? ATP. Okay, thank you. Okay, next okay, one more topic we will discuss. Okay, wait. Started.
Okay.
Okay, in a plant cell we are observed what? Okay, we are observed especially for chloroplast. In plant cell, if you observe the plant cell, we are observed what? Chloroplast or plastids. We can call chloroplast. Okay, this is vacuole origin size in plant cell, and okay, nucleus is located at the side region, and the chloroplasts are located. Okay, one more is what? Chloroplast. 1 minute. Okay, chloroplast. Okay, what is chloroplast or plastids? Which are in green color. Chloroplast or plastids. These chloroplast is the characteristics of plant cell. What? Because plants are green in color. The reason is what? Chloroplast. In chloroplast, which pigment is there? Chloroplast. Which pigment is there? Chloroplast or plastids. In that plastids, in that having what? Especially for chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment. It is a pigment cause of green color. Okay, cause of green color. Okay, now, okay, we have to observe the structure of chloroplast. Just rough diagram I will draw. Okay, if you observe the structure of chloroplast is also double membrane structure like mitochondria. This is also double membrane structure. Okay, it is also double membrane structure. Inside we are observed what? Thylakoids. Okay, these are we can call grana thylakoids. Grana. And these granas are, okay, this is a rough diagram, you have to draw neatly. Okay, these are grana, these grana thylakoids, sac-like structure. Thylakoids means sac-like structures. These thylakoids are attached with what? Lamellae. What we call these connecting? This is grana. Whatever thylakoids we can call these sac-like structures, we can call grana. These grana connected with what? Connected with what? Lamellae. Lamellae. Okay. This is outer membrane. This is inner membrane. This is also inner membrane. Double membrane structure. And these foldings we can call grana. And these granas are connected with what? Lamelles. Okay. These called lamelles. And inside the chloroplast, or plastids, we are observed what? The liquid, the fluid-like portion, whatever fluid-like, jelly-like portion, we can call these stroma. Okay, try to remember. These are the thylakoid structures, especially for oval shape, and double membrane structure, and outer membrane, inner membrane. Inside the chloroplast, thylakoids is there. We can call grana. The grana thylakoids are connected with lamelles, and fluid-like portion, whatever portion is the fluid-like portion, that is we can call stroma. Now, very important one. Grana is the site of light reaction. That means light reaction. That means light absorbed in grana. Grana is useful to observe the light, trapping the light. Grana is useful for trapping the light. That means in grana, chloroplasts are located. What located? Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll pigment is there, so that this is useful for trapping the sunlight. You learned that one in earlier class. In 11th and 12th class. Okay. And in stroma, that means light reaction occurs in grana. In stroma, dark reaction occurs in stroma. Dark reaction occurs in stroma. In stroma, okay, that means the whatever synthesized glucose stores in stroma. Okay, whatever food is stores in stroma. Okay, and grana in light reaction is occurs in grana. Okay, this is what we are observed chloroplast only in plant cell only. Okay, after that one more we have to discuss vacuole. Okay, in plant cell, if you observe that this is a plant cell. In plant cell, the nucleus is located at the side region. Edge of the cell. Nucleus is located. This is the nucleus, It is located edge of the cell. Why? Because the mature cell, it is covered with what? Vacuole. The mature cell, inside the cell, the space is occupied with what? Vacuole. What is vacuole means? What? This is storage. It's storage what? Water and food substances. Okay. So that the nucleus is moving edge of the cell. Vacuole is useful for storage of water and food molecules. Okay. Food substances. Okay. Thank you.